Hi everyone, today we're making hamburgers. So, today we have some local meat from the farm in town. And when it comes to ground beef, there can be as much as 30% fat, okay? But the ideal percentage of fat for a nice juicy hamburger would be 20%, okay? You can get beef extremely lean. If you're buying meat in the grocery store, it's typically coming from the chuck cut of meat or the sirloin. The chuck is your shoulder and your sirloin is more of the your muscle. Some people grind their own meat, and if you're grinding your own, that's great. You have more control over what's in your hamburger. And some people put in like short rib or brisket, oxtail, chuck. They can put anything they want, okay? So when you're making your burgers, what you want to make sure you're only seasoning it right before it goes in the pan. And I actually hand shape these so they have a little bit of like a divot to them, because what's going to happen is once they get on the pan, there's actually water in beef, and that water is going to release some of that steam and it's going to get puffy. All right. Some people like salt and pepper. I actually like this is Montreal steak seasoning, and I like it because it's kind of an all-purpose thing and it's very flavorful. So when you're seasoning something, what you want to do is you want to season it from about 6 inches from above. Okay. And you want to season pretty liberally. This way, every piece of meat gets a little bit of flavor. All right. I'm just going to flip these. Again, you're gonna nice and high, and you're gonna spread that seasoning all around. And my all right. So my pan is hot. You can you're gonna saute your pan in a skillet. You can use cast iron, you can use non-stick, or you can use a griddle pan. When it comes to sauteing, I'm just going to use a neutral oil. It's just canola oil. And my pan is pretty hot. Some people like to saute in butter. Just remember, butter has a lower smoking point, so once it's brown, you want to add your hamburgers. You can saute in bacon fat, and some people even saute in like beef fat. All right, so we're going to add our burgers. It's making some noise. That's a good thing. All right, so it's going to saute on this side for about 3 minutes, and then we're gonna flip it. All right, so my burgers are ready to flip, and some of us like onion, so I put a little bit of butter on an onion, and I'm just gonna put it on my burger. And I'm gonna flip it. And it has nice caramelization. That browning is the result of the Maillard reaction, in which the proteins and the caramelized sugars turn the protein brown, okay? It's gonna go for another 3 minutes. We want our hamburgers at 140, which is like a medium. And before we do that, we're gonna put some cheese on there. And then it'll be ready to plate our hamburger. All right, so my burgers are at 140 and they're also nice and firm. That's another indication that they are ready. I'm gonna add my cheese. This is provolone. Now your cheese can be American, Munster, cheddar. The lower the moisture, I'm sorry, I stuck something in my eye. So I'm just gonna cover this and the cheese is gonna melt. All right, so our cheese is nice and melty. The burgers kind of rested with the heat off. So we're gonna find a landing spot. Now when it comes to bread, you can use whatever bread you like. All right, some people just like plain hamburger rolls, some people like potato rolls, Kaiser rolls. This happens to be a baguette roll that I've made. And when it comes to the spread, some people like to put mustard or mayo or ketchup. I'm just gonna leave it nice and plain. And what your other toppings, you can add whatever you want. I happen to like my burger nice and spicy, so I add jalapeno. And I like the freshness of it. You can also use the jarred jalapenos. If I don't have fresh, I use those. I don't mind if it's a little spicy. And some people like ketchup. I just like tomatoes. To me, a hamburger without tomato is just not good. And then I love lettuce, and I like a lot of lettuce. So I put it right on there. And you can finish it with some, these are just some home fries that we made in the toaster oven. And I like some pickles, which we also make. Sometimes I like them in my sandwich, but I'm just gonna put them on the side today so I can kind of snack on them. And that is Miss Leal's hamburger. I love you all. Have a great day.